isolated from the heat, maybe to prevent.
Because air is really good at slowing down the flow of heat. So if you have a gap between two surfaces, heat is not going to move as fast. It's really a useful strategy for building that.
So it has a regular box inside, and the other one is tilted, which also to help to generate some shade, but also to have kind of the cavity to be deformed in order to speed up the air inside.
If you think of a funnel, so as you go to the narrow part, the throat of the funnel, you're going to speed up airflow. And so her walls are actually, the strategy of the walls is that they create funnels in ways that you want air moving fast as it comes to the bottom of the wall, right, and then wider towards the ceiling.
And the program.
She wants to use it as a kiosk to sell things, like possibly like drinks, like
Probably from this opener.
And she was also exploring maybe possibly using some of that cavity wall space as storage.
Yeah.
That was an idea.
So you can see some diagrams there. Yeah, some basic diagrams in page 18 about the air circulation. Still, these images are very crude. They're
very preliminary, but
just to try to understand.
What it could be.
These projects are already starting to change.
Yeah. And in terms of what you would sell in a space like this, it's probably too big to sell full credit. So, we want the structure to actually reflect what's happening on the inside as well. So, if you guys have suggestions as well for the program, just think about it. We can talk. Okay. What's next? Jenna?
Yeah. So I'm presenting Jenna's. So Jenna's project, the tile logic is kind of an underlapping tile. This is a model that she did. So as you can see, like two sides are raised up and then one side is under, so that they can all notch together and then form a completely panelized wall system using a secondary structural member that goes through here, so that it becomes a fully solid panel system. We can pass this around if you want to see that. And as far as her program goes, she was looking into some kind of, on pages 24 and 25 is probably easiest to see, a live-work structure, so somewhere that could be open during the day as a kiosk to sell things, and then closed at night to provide a space for the shelter, or someone could either stay or to store as storage at night for their goods.
Sort of kinetic. It works. You open it and you close it.
Can you lock it down?
Huh?
Can you lock it down?
Yeah, so we're thinking maybe we have like a tarp, like a plastic that when you're assembling a tent. Does anybody go camping here? Yeah. Okay, great. When you're assembling a tent, we have a way to hold this part of the canopy down at certain parts of the night. One really interesting program we were discussing with an artist here, Atu Anan. He has a project in Jamestown where he takes a projector and at night he basically projects cartoons, films, and so children, come and watch. It's basically like a night cinema on buildings of importance. And he also talks about the building, so people have an understanding of the history of, the architecture there. So it was a really interesting project. It was very well received by the community. And it could be that the person living and working in here is a filmmaker by night, kiosk seller by day. Mm-hmm. We're trying to keep it as imaginative as possible. But the way this thing opens up, you can imagine it lending itself to a projection sort of,
We have a tensile fabric that acts as a projection surface.
If we can't find a blank wall in Jamestown, we won't be able to, so we probably need to provide that cloth. And so the cloth would actually be behind, in front of, I'm not really sure. But yeah, really interesting project as well. Should we move on to the next one?
What is the next project?
Excuse me, I have a question. What material is it made of?
Yeah, so the whole studio is based on using waste from agriculture. So we're mainly working with coconut husk, and we're pressing them into sort of flat materials. I'll be able to give Gordon, DK, they've seen a few samples already, but I'll bring them, or send you guys at least a PDF so you have an idea. I mean, you guys can imagine the texture and the look of coconut fibers. We're trying to push those boundaries as well. We may paint it, we may use other types of adhesives, maybe younger coconuts that are white. So there are a lot of things that we can do to play with the look. But I kind of want to push people to appreciate the natural texture. I think people do have an appreciation for that if it's done in an interesting way. It's very tactile, you can touch it. But yeah.
So can it withstand harsh weather conditions?
Yeah. So if you think about a coconut, right, like what it has to do in its lifetime, it's on the beach, salt, heat, humidity, and all the time it has to condition the coconut fruit and the coconut water. So it has a lot of amazing properties. You know, bacteria doesn't like it, microorganisms don't like it, very little nutrients. So those type of properties are transferred into the building material itself. But we actually have to add and modify certain things in the material, like fire retardants, the ability to withstand rain. We have to actually have a finish on it. At the moment, we're looking at a finish called Entropy. It's a bioresin. We want to keep this as bio-friendly as possible. But they use it for surfboards.
Okay.
You know, so we know that it's going to be great. You know, if it's not in seawater. So yeah, it's a good question.
So the following project
I'll be made. So I guess I'll just go through all 3 pages one by one. But so this is
number?
we're on page 33, 32. So I'll just start off by pointing out the plan of the panel itself, because mailing